Dude, this salad, I don't know what it is. I get it every time. It's like the best. I don't know, does anyone else like mention it? I love this salad. It's so fresh.
Just a quick PSA, if you're ever in the Toronto airport, you gotta hit up Twist. The chicken salad there, I don't know what they do to it. It's like quinoa crusted, but it's insane.
Thanks, yeah, I'll definitely see you next time.
Anyways, flying from Toronto to Vancouver, it's a pretty long flight, I'd say.
It's a long flight.
Anyways, yeah, so grabbed a bacon and egger. Second I landed, I was starving on this flight. Absolutely crushed it before getting to the hotel. Checked in and it was almost 2 a.m., which was pretty late. I don't like traveling this late usually. This video will be about my next 4 days in Vancouver and how I managed to continue to train for my upcoming half Ironman. Hope you enjoy. So the goal for this week is to continue my training despite my work travel. And I'm gonna try to go for a run. Try to get a long run in as well. And then I'm teaching a spin class on Saturday and on Sunday. And the goal is to also run on those 2 days. So hopefully get in 4 runs plus 2 spin classes. So that's the goal. Should be good. I'm going to bed though. That was the longest flight ever. So good night. So these, you can pick them up at any Starbucks. They're the best, man. I always travel with these. Just keep it in your luggage, never take it out. Okay. So the other thing that I always do when I travel is I always stop at like a Tim Hortons or Starbucks and I try to grab a couple muffins for my room. I also like to take food with my supplements and my medication, so it's always important to kind of plan ahead. After this, I will be ready to go. This is like jet fuel. It's amazing. Yesterday's flight got in at like 2 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes your plans get derailed. So I'd rather take the sleep, have a productive work day, and just go out for an easy run this morning. It's about 2 or 3 degrees outside, so it's a little chilly, but it shouldn't be too bad. And I'm just gonna run along the beautiful seawall in Vancouver. Honestly, 1,000 times better. That is such a great hack if you are traveling and jet lag or just don't sleep. Sometimes just a super easy run just cures everything. So 10K down, off to a good start. Okay. Oh, let's go. I'm ready for today. Just getting back to the hotel. Pretty good day at the office. I would say like one of the biggest things that I've noticed, both from working out and from just like lots of travel, is just how important sleep is. Right now my alarm is set every single day for 4:55 a.m. and then on the weekends it's usually 5:30, sometimes 6. I don't really snooze my alarm. I kind of get right up out of bed, get into the day, take my supplements, have my breakfast, have my coffee. But I want to share a couple tips that I have for someone who wakes up before 5 a.m. almost every single day and actually wakes up with like tons of energy and ready to go. And I think I've learned how to do this over, I would say, the last 10 years of really, really focusing in and researching on sleep habits. The first thing is super simple, and it's a quick math equation. In general, most people need at least 7 hours of sleep. What you need to do is you need to do the math of what time do you want to wake up, and subtract 7 hours from that, and that is the time that you need to be asleep by. That is not the time that you need to be in bed by. That is the time that you need to be absolutely asleep by in order to get those 7 hours of sleep. Number two, once you've done that first part, you need to start adding buffer into the time of before you go to sleep. I would say in general, it takes me almost 90 minutes sometimes to wind down from a really stressful day at work. So for me, if I know I need to be asleep by 10 p.m., that means by 8:30, I am starting to get into my bedroom, I'm starting to brush my teeth, I'm starting to turn the lights down. That gives me ample time to settle into my routine and give me enough mental headspace and peace and calm to know that I have a lot of time before I need to fall asleep in order for me to get up at 5 a.m. and feel good. The third thing is, like, what do you do within the 90-minute period? You know, when I'm in bed, sure, I might go on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube for a little bit, but by 9 p.m., there's no way that I am allowing myself to be on any social platform or watching any TV or, you know, be on my laptop where I'm actively stimulated and working. The trick I use is, if you have trouble falling asleep, the single best thing that I recommend is reading a book. For the life of me, I couldn't stay awake while reading a book, especially if it's like a nonfiction, boring book. So for books, you know, I've read everything from sports books to biographies to nonfiction. Right now, I'm reading John Grisham and just absolutely crushing through like hundreds of his novels right now. And it totally shuts my mind off. Number four is, like, there's a lot of other tools and techniques that I've used to help me wind down throughout the night. I do wear blue light glasses at night. Some people say they work, some people say they don't, but for whatever reason, I think wearing blue light glasses, even if you're watching a TV show or, you know, reading on a Kindle, I do find that it helps quite a bit. Alcohol is a killer of sleep. Read any study, any article about alcohol and sleep. You know, I've seen some studies where it reduces your sleep by up to 50%, which is crazy. In some cases, you don't go into deep sleep, you don't go into REM sleep. If you have a bad night of sleep after drinking, and sometimes you wake up, you feel totally amazing, and it's like, oh wow, it didn't affect me at all. It's actually usually the next day where it affects you. It's like that lack of sleep that kind of builds up. So you're probably not even gonna feel it that next day. It's actually the day after that you're really gonna feel it. Some people do use some supplements and things that can help with sleep. Magnesium is a really good one to take every single night. I've used things like sleepy time tea and valerian and chamomile. And for the most part, those things can help you. But you really don't want to start getting into a habit where you're relying on those things to fall asleep. A lot of times when I take some type of ZQL or some type of like enhancer for sleep, I feel really groggy in the morning, and it takes me a lot of time to just like shake that grogginess off. And for me, that is just like a really good signal that it's, you know, if it's not allowing me to wake up feeling refreshed, it's probably not doing good for my body. So tonight I'm gonna go to bed early, and I'm gonna try to get back into Eastern hours and probably wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, get some work done, and then maybe get in a big workout before we head back to the office tomorrow morning. I needed that sleep so badly. Whew. 8 hours, 50 minutes of sleep. That's pretty crazy. It's 5:30 now, and I've got time to go for a bigger run today, which is great. Oh. Oh. You do need these. They do help quite a bit. This is also really good, Body Glide. And I just got this from Altitude. I got 2 gels today. Oh, should be a good one. Okay, we're out here. Nice and early. It's pretty chilly. Hour in, it's still dark out. Looking forward to this sunrise. Whew, that was fast.
gonna get a Choco PB acai bowl. Just wait till you see this thing.
It's just so good. It's hard to explain it. I think it's because it's just so creamy. It's like chocolate acai as well. That was a good run though. Felt really good, heart rate was low.
Don't get too many days like that.
Now I get to go to work. Big day today. I feel good. I feel rested. I love it. And you've already done the hardest thing today, so it's amazing. Okay, I gotta eat this quick. I gotta get to work. Can I get a tall iced Americano, please? And I'll get an oat bar as well, please. Oh, tired today, man. I don't know. I do find that there's lots of ups and downs. Trying to stay energized all the time, but at the same time, you do tend to have some days like this where you just kind of feel a little bit lower, a little bit less energetic, and you know, I've had a busy last couple days in particular, busiest, very, very, very busy days. So it's pretty normal to feel tired and a little bit down. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, you just kind of got to get used to that feeling and knowing that it's going to pass, and that's where I'm at this morning.
Got peeled off 20 plus shit when the shit got real. Young black boy really got me out of that field. Better live it off.
Yeah, we got a special guest in the building, everybody. Matt has graciously joined us this Saturday morning, so I could not personally be more excited. Yeah.
Do a good job.
Four right,
it's the name.
four left,
it's the chain.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that was an amazing class. So sick. And now I'm on my way walking to get my tattoo from my favorite artist. So try to show you guys what I'm getting.
Okay, 3 tips on getting your first tattoo. First one, easy one, you gotta pick the right artist. Do some research on what kind of style you want. There's tons of different styles of tattoo. I typically get American traditional, but artists will typically have a preference of what they like to do. Once you've figured out your style, then you can narrow down which artist makes sense for you. Tip number 2 is to trust your artist. All my favorite tattoos have been a result of collaborating with my artist on the tattoo before getting it. Obviously come with a perspective on exactly what you want and where you want it, but be open to being creative and a little bit impulsive in the room if something might look a little bit better. The last one is this stuff can hurt, so just be mindful of what you're doing for your first tattoo. A few easy things you can do: start small, don't get like a massive piece to start. Check out that toe clench. You can also use numbing cream. Talk to your artist before, but it really does take the edge off. And then lastly, it doesn't hurt that bad, so you'll be fine. It only takes like an hour or 2. Hope that helps. Happy tattooing. Tattoo, and then some artists will put like second skin on, which is just like a sticker over top of it. It's called second skin, and that kind of like holds it in. But because of just like where this is on my body, you know, it's not gonna hold. So you just put some kind of drying material that basically keeps it protected. Keep it on as long as you can, but you can't. I mean, it's starting to fall off already. So I'll just oh my god. So I'll show you what this looks like. It hurt more than the tattoo. It's not a good look. You're not gonna want to see this, but oh my god, there's all my arm hairs. So it's kind of like, you know, really dirty. It's just ink and kind of like some blood and stuff too. This one hurt a lot. Okay. So yeah, just kind of like, so anyways, the idea with tattoos is you want to just keep them dry. You want to kind of keep them as dry as you can, and then you don't want to like put soap on them or anything. You want to just let them dry out as much as possible, heal on their own, and then you'd be fine. But I got to teach a spin class today, so it won't be dry at all. It'll be very sweaty, to be honest, which is fine. And then you can't, never scratch them, never pick at them. So I'm gonna let this dry out a bit. Maybe I'll just do a quick, actually I'm gonna do a quick shower just to kind of like get all of that off. But
Does it sound like a vibe? Does everybody know Matt? If you don't, that's okay. Matt is an absolute icon. He was in Toronto, then he was in Vancouver, then he was in Toronto. I'm hoping he comes back to Vancouver. Oh, did you hear that? Survey says. Left leg, ladies, give me 10. No, give me 7. 7 feels right. Left leg. Terry, you ready? Okay.
So,
What's up, baby?
hello. That was advanced. It was advanced, but we persevered
Persevered.
and we made it on to the other side.
Best class. Some are saying it's the best class this century.
No, I think of the century. I heard that. Somebody said that out there. It was
I
me.
heard
It was me, but it's fine. My voice carries. Oh, jeez.
Okay, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Vancouver, we'll be back. Canadian club on flatbread, please. Foot long, yes.
And you will use the orange recommended?
I will get American and not toasted. Lettuce, cucumbers, pickles, banana peppers, just sub sauce and honey mustard. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's everything we buy for you?
Yeah. Best. You're not going to beat it. Don't try. Don't try to beat it. Okay guys, see you next video. Like and subscribe if you can, please.